Thank you. How are you, Geneva? Oh my gosh. Cheryl said that I have been called classical music's #1 Maverick, but can I keep it real with you? I didn't go to school to become classical music's #1 Maverick. I just wanted to play the piano like you just heard. And when I first got started, I had all these images in my head of what it meant to be a classical pianist. And if I'm being really honest, none of it looked like what I'm doing now. For years, I never told jokes or made people laugh in a classical setting because I thought the setting didn't call for it. Do you know when my career took off? You're not going to believe this. It was something really monumental that I started doing. Talking. Just started talking. There was such a big difference between coming out, which my career was supposed to be. I would come on stage, you would clap, I'd bow, I'd play, you'd clap, I'd bow, I'd go off. If I was really good, you'd keep clapping, I'd come back, I'd bow again, and I'd play, and I never talked to you the whole time. I remember the first time I came out to play, turned to the audience after I bowed, and said, hello. Oh my gosh, the audience was like, she can talk. Because we've been trained to focus so much on the instrument and the music and the dead composers. We weren't supposed to bring ourselves to the equation. This was really about the music of the people who had come hundreds of years before you, and your only job was to replicate what Beethoven would have wanted. Nobody was able to talk to Beethoven. How do we even know what he wanted? I had to believe that Beethoven would want me to bring a little bit of myself to the party. Sometimes you just have to stop explaining to people what you do. I don't have to tell you how or why even I decided to start bringing electronics into what I do. You don't have to know that really I have a secret fantasy of being Missy Elliott, hip-hop star. You don't have to know all of that. I don't have to explain that to you because I don't have time. What I had to understand is that people want me to show up and not be the same thing they've always seen. You have to believe that people want you to show up and look differently. Can I tell you the freedom that brought when I realized they don't need to hear me play the same old Flight of the Bumblebee. They just need me to be the remix. You understand, some of you have been said no to, and that no is a divine delay getting you ready for the big yes you were always designed to have. Can't you just imagine that once the yes comes that you've been waiting on, even if it doesn't look like what you expected, you're going to be darn good at it. People don't like change. They really fight against it. And so one thing that I realized, I would have to reinvent, and you will too, in order to be able to adapt to the next situation. Everything else has evolution and revolution written all over it. Why wouldn't you? Why would it even be normal to think that you're supposed to be the same person today as you were last year? I had to start believing that there were audiences that wanted something differently. It's a very scary thing to believe that the thing in your heart, the big vision you have, is actually something you were designed to have and that people were designed to want and need. Purpose, I believe, is not the thing you do. It is the thing that happens in other people when you do what you do. What is the thing that you're designed to do in other people? What is it that breaks out when you come in the room? How does the atmosphere change when you enter the equation? What are you the catalyst for? You have to be real about what it is that you want. Do not decide to want what everybody else has wanted before you. If you know you are designed to do things differently, you're going to have to do things differently so you can get different results. A Maverick is not just different for the sake of being different. They do things differently because they believe that when they start behaving differently, good, different things are going to break out because of that new behavior.
Thank you.